not to exceed 102.50 feet. Impacts, several docks and residential yards are likely flooding at this time. Some outbuildings and roads may be impacted as well. Residents are encouraged to heed guidance from local officials and emergency management on any potential impacts to property. Drivers are encouraged to heed any barricades and avoid all flooded areas. For more information on lake levels, projections, or dam releases, people are encouraged to visit http://lakes.duke-energy.com or call 1-800-829-5253. Only when it is safe to do so, please report flood water flowing over roads or flooding shorelines, access points, docks, or other lake property to the National Weather Service by calling toll-free 1-800-267-8101 or by posting on our Facebook page or tweet it using #NWSGSP. Your message should describe the event and the specific location where it occurred. The current time is 8:24 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This is the NOAA Weather Radio All Hazards, KJY85 broadcasting from the Iredell County Emergency Communications Tower in Mooresville, North Carolina, operating on a frequency of 162.525 MHz. This transmitter is serving the foothills and southern Piedmont of North Carolina. The National Weather Service in Greenville-Spartanburg has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Mecklenburg County in the Piedmont of North Carolina, southeastern Gaston County in the Piedmont of North Carolina, Union County in the Piedmont of North Carolina, until 9:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 8:17 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 9 miles west of uptown Charlotte to 12 miles east of Rock Hill to 6 miles north of Lancaster, moving east at 20 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, minor hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to trees and power lines. Locations impacted include Uptown Charlotte, Monroe, Central Charlotte, South Charlotte, Southwest Charlotte, East Charlotte, Northwest Charlotte, Matthews, Mint Hill, and Indian Trail. Scattered trees and power lines will be blown down in the warned area. Seek shelter inside an interior room. These storms are also producing extremely heavy rainfall. Flooding of drainage ditches and low-lying areas may occur. Small streams will rise rapidly. Do not drive through areas where water is flowing over the road. Please report damaging winds, hail, or flooding to the National Weather Service Greenville-Spartanburg by calling toll-free 1-800-267-8101 or by posting on our Facebook page or tweet it using #NWSGSP. Your message should describe the event and the specific location where it occurred. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 9:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for the following counties in North Carolina, Gaston, Mecklenburg, and Union. The National Weather Service in Greenville-Spartanburg has issued a flood advisory for northwestern Mecklenburg County in the Piedmont of North Carolina, northeastern Gaston County in the Piedmont of North Carolina, until 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time Friday. At 10:15 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, rainfall accumulations of 4 to 8 inches earlier this week over the headwaters of the Catawba River and associated tributaries has caused high flows in lake pool elevations along the Catawba River. As the excess water is being passed through each lake project downstream, it has caused rises at the middle Catawba River lakes, especially at Mountain Island Lake, where the pool is well above the full pool of 100.0 feet. This is causing shoreline flooding and flooding of lake access areas, campgrounds, docks, and swimming areas, as well as residential yards. The latest pool elevations for the middle Catawba River lakes are as follows: Lake Norman, 100.00 feet and nearly steady. Mountain Island Lake, 102.06 feet and rising slowly. Duke Energy projects for pool not to exceed 102.50 feet. Impacts, several docks and residential yards are likely flooding at this time. Some outbuildings and roads may be impacted as well. Residents are encouraged to heed guidance from local officials and emergency management on any potential impacts to property. Drivers are encouraged to heed any barricades and avoid all flooded areas. For more information, west to southwest winds 5 to 15 knots. Seas 3 to 5 feet. Monday, winds veering to north 10 to 20 knots. Seas 3 to 6 feet. Monday night, northwest winds 10 to 20 knots. Seas building to 5 to 9 feet. Tuesday, north to northwest winds 10 to 20 knots, becoming northwest 5 to 15 knots. Seas subsiding to 4 to 7 feet. Tuesday night, west to southwest winds 5 to 15 knots. Seas 3 to 6 feet. Wednesday, west winds 5 to 15 knots, becoming north to northeast. Seas 3 to 5 feet. Wednesday night, east to northeast winds 5 to 15 knots. Seas 2 to 4 feet. Here is the surf zone forecast for the following county: Carteret, North Carolina. Tomorrow, lightning risk, moderate. Occasional cloud to ground lightning possible. UV index, very high, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Weather, partly sunny. Slight chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs in the lower 80s. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Surf heights, Ocracoke Inlet to Cape Lookout, 2 to 3 feet. Cape Lookout to Bogue Inlet, 2 to 3 feet. Area water temperatures, Beaufort, 79. Atlantic Beach, 72. Bogue Inlet Pier, 74. Tide information at Atlantic Beach, high tide at 10:16 p.m. Low tide at 4:33 a.m. Saturday. High tide at 10:41 a.m. Saturday. Low tide at 4:23 p.m. Saturday. All beachgoers should remain aware of inherent dangers when entering the surf, including strong wind currents, swift longshore currents, pounding shore break, and shallow sandbars. It is safest if you swim at a guarded beach and always heed the advice of lifeguards and beach patrol. Here is the surf zone forecast for the following county: Onslow, North Carolina. Tomorrow, lightning risk, moderate. Occasional cloud to ground lightning possible. UV index, very high, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Weather, partly sunny. Chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs in the mid-80s. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Surf heights, Bogue Inlet to Surf City, 2 to 3 feet. Tide information at North Topsail Beach, high tide at 10:20 p.m. Low tide at 4:53 a.m. Saturday. High tide at 10:45 a.m. Saturday. Low tide at 4:24 p.m. Saturday. All beachgoers should remain aware of inherent dangers when entering the surf, including strong wind currents, swift longshore currents, pounding shore break, and shallow sandbars. It is safest if you swim at a guarded beach and always heed the advice of lifeguards and beach patrol. This is NOAA Weather Radio, all hazard station, KEC 84, transmitting on a frequency of 162.400 MHz from NOAA's National Weather Service office in Newport, North Carolina. The transmitter facilities are located in New Bern. Weather information can also be found on the web at weather.gov/Newport. Here are the next 4 tides at select locations for the following counties in North Carolina: Carteret and Onslow. Tides for Barton's Inlet, high tide 9:57 p.m. Low tide 4:30 a.m. Saturday. High tide 10:23 a.m. Saturday. Low tide 4:20 p.m. Saturday. Tides for the Harkers Island Bridge, high tide 12:25 a.m. Saturday. Low tide 7:25 a.m. Saturday. High tide 12:50 p.m. Saturday. Low tide 6:56 p.m. Saturday. Tides for Beaufort Inlet, high tide 10:24 p.m. Low tide 5:05 a.m. Saturday. High tide 10:49 a.m. Saturday. Low tide 4:36 p.m. Saturday. Tides for the Newport River, high tide 11:20 p.m. Low tide 6:07 a.m. Saturday. High tide 11:45 a.m. Saturday. Low tide 5:38 p.m. Saturday. Tides for Bogue Inlet, high tide 10:30 p.m. Low tide 5:09 a.m. Saturday. High tide 10:55 a.m. Saturday. Low tide 4:40 p.m. Saturday. Area water temperatures: Beaufort, 79. Atlantic Beach, 72. Bogue Inlet Pier, 74. The flood warning continues for the Trent River at Trenton until further notice. At 9 a.m. Friday, the stage was 13.5 feet. Minor flooding is occurring and minor flooding is forecast. Flood stage is 13.0 feet. Impact at 13.0 feet. Boat launch area at the end of Landfill Road is flooded, and parts of Landfill Road may be flooded. The end of West Jones Street is inundated as well. The flood warning continues for the Trent River at west of Trenton until further notice. At 8 a.m. Friday, the stage was 14.3 feet. Minor flooding is occurring and minor flooding is forecast. Flood stage is 14.0 feet. Forecast: the river will remain near 14.2 feet. Impact: at 14.0 feet, farmland and fields are flooded along the river. Water inundates the Trent River campground. The flood warning continues for the New River at Gum Branch until further notice. At 9 a.m. Friday, the stage was 14.5 feet. Minor flooding is occurring and minor flooding is forecast. Flood stage is 14.0 feet. Forecast: the river will remain near 14.2 feet. Impact: at 14.0 feet, water threatens homes at the end of Forest Bluff Drive. Minor farmland flooding along the river occurs. The current time is 8:34 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Here are the 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time observations across eastern North Carolina. At New Bern, it was fair. The temperature was 81, and the relative humidity 79%. The wind was south at 10 miles an hour. The pressure was 29.81 inches and rising. At Cherry Point, it was fair. The temperature was 80. The wind was south at 8 miles an hour. At Beaufort, it was fair. The temperature was 78. The wind was southwest at 14 miles an hour. At Jacksonville, it was fair. The temperature was 82. The wind was south at 7 miles an hour. At Greenville, the temperature was 84. The wind was southwest at 5 miles an hour. At Kinston, it was clear. The temperature was 84. The wind was southwest at 6 miles an hour. At Kenansville, it was fair. The temperature was 81. At Washington, it was fair. The temperature was 86. Here are the coastal marine and buoy reports. All wind speeds are given in knots, and temperatures in degrees Fahrenheit. At Duck Pier, winds were south at 4. Air temperature 82. At buoy 2 miles east of Duck, the water temperature 74. The wave height was 2 feet every 13 seconds. At buoy 10 miles northeast of Duck, the water temperature 78. The wave height was 2 feet every 13 seconds. At Oregon Inlet, winds were south at 16. Air temperature 81. At buoy 13 miles east of Oregon Inlet, the water temperature 77. The wave height was 3 feet every 6 seconds. At 20 miles east of Oregon Inlet. At Hatteras Coast Guard Station, winds were southwest at 9. Water temperature 80. Air temperature 79. At Diamond Shoals Buoy, winds were southwest at 16. Water temperature 81. Air temperature 80. The wave height was 3 feet every 7 seconds. At Cape Lookout, winds were southwest at 11. At buoy 30 miles southeast of New River Inlet, winds were south